So, can Gemini actually manage a business owner's workday? Hello, I'm Krisa, and in this channel, I'm gonna share beginner-friendly agentic AI tutorials, automation workflows, and practical ways to use AI that is starting to be inside on our everyday productivity tool. Appointments in the calendar, notes in Google Docs, financial report, business numbers in spreadsheets, marketing strategies, proposals, quotes, files everywhere in Google Drive. Let's see how Gemini AI will help the business owner's day-to-day tasks. I'm going to start like a business owner would do first hour in the morning. More like complaining to Gemini and would say, Gemini, my day is full. Check my emails, files, notes, trackers, and appointments. Tell me what needs attention first. This is the real agentic AI test. Can Gemini look at the workspace, rank the tasks, suggest actions, and show what still needs my approval? Gemini prompted the result. Gemini did not just summarize my workspace, it ranked the day, it looked at urgency, financial impact, customer operations, and what still needs human approval. The first thing it picked is the supplier invoice because it is due today and affects weekend service delivery. That is a business decision. It is not the most exciting task, but it affects the rest of the workday. Gemini says the first task is a supplier invoice. So now I'm going to check the related email and the business tracker. The invoice is $875, and the reason it matters is that supplies are needed before the weekend services. This is a good example of agentic AI because Gemini is not just reacting to the inbox, it is connecting the email to operations and timing. Gemini prepared the action package, it created a payment confirmation draft, it reminded the owner to confirm the amount and cash flow, it suggested what should be updated in the tracker, but the actual payment still needs human approval. That is the workflow. AI recommends, AI prepares, human approves. Gemini ranks Saturday's staffing as the second priority. This makes sense because 9 appointments are booked, but only 2 therapists are assigned. So, this is not just an admin task. This affects customer experience, appointment flow, and revenue. I'm going to ask Gemini to prepare the action package for this staffing issue. This is a good example of agentic AI at work. Gemini did not only write a message, it prepared the outreach message, created a confirmation checklist, suggested a calendar note, and added an approval lock. That approval lock is important. It reminds the business owner not to cancel appointments, promise extra pay, or move rooms until the owner approves the staffing plan. So Gemini is helping manage the situation, but it is not making the final staffing decision by itself. And this is where the next agentic step appears. Gemini is suggesting what to do next. It is saying, do you want me to look for a backup therapist? That matters because the workflow does not stop at the first message. It moves to the next action. Gemini is moving from decision to action. First, it ranked the staffing issue, then it prepared the message. I will still approve who gets contacted and what message gets sent. But Gemini helped me get from we have a staffing problem to here is the message, checklist, calendar note, and the next step. This is a much more practical way to use AI inside a business workday. We are on priority number 3. Gemini picked the same day opening because there is a 4 p.m. massage slot available today. This task is time sensitive. If the owner waits too long, the slot may stay empty. So the question is, who should get the first offer? I'm asking Gemini to prepare the action package for this open slot. I want it to choose the best waitlist match, explain the reason, prepare the message, and show what still needs approval before the booking is confirmed. Gemini recommended Olivia first because she asked for the first available massage slot. The 4 p.m. time works for her and she usually confirms quickly. It also prepared the offer message, gave Hannah as the backup, created a calendar note, and listed what I needed to approve before confirming the booking. This is more than writing a message. Gemini is helping with the decision and the next action. I can use the message Gemini prepared. I would still review the wording before sending. The important part is that Gemini helped me move from an open slot to a ready message. Once Olivia confirms, the task moves to the calendar. This is where the owner confirms the booking. Gemini helped prepare the appointment details, but the schedule should only change after the client accepts and the owner approves it. We now move to priority number 4. Gemini ranked the corporate wellness proposal after the urgent operational task. That makes sense because this is important, but it is not as time sensitive as the supplier invoice, staffing issue, or the same day appointment opening. But this is matters because it's a high value opportunity. The package is estimated to be around $1,800, and the business owner needs to prepare a professional proposal before the follow up. I'm checking the calendar. The proposal is connected to the corporate wellness follow up call. The next action is to prepare the proposal before the conversation with Mark. Here are the proposal notes. The information is already here, but it's not ready to send yet. There are package details, pricing, missing information, and follow up notes. So the goal is not to ask Gemini to write blindly. The first step is to ask Gemini if the proposal is ready. Now I'm asking Gemini to prepare the package, the proposal for the corporate wellness proposal. But I do not want it to jump straight into writing. I want it to check if the proposal is ready, point out what is missing, and show what the owner needs to approve before anything is sent. This is the important part. Gemini is checking readiness before creating the proposal. It is asking what is missing, what needs approval, and what should be prepared before the follow-up. That makes this feel more agentic. It's not just generating a document, it is checking the decision points first. Gemini prepares the actual output. It creates a proposal outline, summarizes the pricing in USD, drafts the follow-up email, and gives the owner an approval checklist. This is useful because the business owner can now review something structured instead of starting from scattered notes. This is a good example of Gemini helping with a high-value business task. A generative AI could write a proposal, but here, Gemini checked if the proposal was ready, identified missing details, summarized the pricing, prepared the follow-up email, and showed what the owner still needs to approve. So, the business owner is not just getting more text, the business owner is getting a prepared decision package. Now that the corporate wellness proposal is prepared, but it should not be automatically sent. The owner still needs to approve the pricing, package details, and final message. I'm asking Gemini to prepare the Bridal Glow Action Package. The Bridal Glow package already has package notes, pricing, add-ons. I do not want it to just write a nice email. I want it to check what the client already gave, what is still missing, what package details should be included, and what the owner still needs to approve. This is the result we need. Gemini prepared a reply to Mia, but it also listed the missing details. It can help us about the exact time, guest count, confirmation, add-ons, deposit, room setup, and any special preferences. The Bridal Glow inquiry connects to a consultation event. This is where the owner can prepare before speaking with the client. Priority 5 has a prepared reply and consultation plan. At this point, the urgent tasks and the main revenue opportunities have action. It's taken. Interesting part of these tests was what Gemini treated as the first priority. We expect it to the usual reply in the inbox, but Gemini look at everything across Gmail, Docs, spreadsheets, and the calendar, and pointed to the task that is connected to the most important next step. That is a real lesson here. The first task is not always the loudest task. It is the task that affects the most things that comes with it. And that is something Gemini can help you see when everything feels easy. So, can Gemini actually manage a business owner's workday? Based on the demo, yes, but not the way people expect it to be. Gemini does not take over, but it helps you catch up. It summarizes the inbox so you know what needs reply. It turns rough notes into suggestions, proposals, and checklists. It explains what your spreadsheet numbers actually mean. It knows how to organize your scattered drive, and it connects your appointments with your preparation work that goes with them. But the final call is always with the business owner. Gemini prepares the work, you review it, and approve it. That's the right way to use it. If you like more Agentic AI tutorials, please like, comment for suggestions, and subscribe. I will be creating more Agentic AI tutorials and how it can help our day-to-day tasks.